laid back.
Anyway, but yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, bitch.
Season 2, the
Let's
Gin and
do
Jizz
that, let's do that.
podcast. Okay, take a nice healthy gulp.
Okay.
As you would something healthy.
Oh my god. Wow.
I told you.
Whoa.
It was a happy to be here back.
So we're happy to be here. Season 2. Apologies it's taking so long.
You know what? And I got loads of questions like, are you guys still going to do... I said, yeah, we're just having a healthy break. Me and Jules speak every fucking day, hun.
It was literally just life.
Yeah.
We celebrated Christmas, New Year's. We're now in March.
Whatever. Yeah. Fuck. Yeah.
Still in a pandemic.
Still in a panny. Yeah.
What's the latest?
What is the latest? I mean, I've taken on a few ventures, you know. Getting it cracking.
You're now manager extraordinaire.
Let's keep that energy. That's fucking right. That is true. I want to shake my tail.
We love to hear it.
We love to hear it. I need to move this. I feel like I'm going to break it. It's far too
please
close.
don't. Please don't. We've moved rooms.
We have. We've got a fucking yellow sofa.
Look at the mise en scène. We love it.
Next week I might sit over there. It looks really comfy.
Shout out to No Star Studios always.
100%.
On the we might play around with the angles.
We will.
So you know, take that journey with us. But for now, here we are. We're set up. We've got the gin.
We have.
Courtesy of McQueen and the Violet Fog. Shout out to Barry the plug. Fanta. This is an ad. This isn't an ad, so you know, no shout outs. But yeah, one thing that I was thinking this week.
Yeah.
Whilst I was doing some general reflecting, is when you get into like a relationship, it's almost known that you're gonna have some slithering creepers that try and invade your space, whether it be through social media or through a WhatsApp message.
She said
social media, but it's true though, because I'm just like, how have I had a few men in the past couple of weeks try and approach me and try and kind of round up the conversation by insinuating, not even insinuating, because insinuating is to indirectly apply. This was going right for the cojones. This was going right in for the nuts, saying, if you're in my area, come and see me or whatever.
And how long has it been since you guys...
Years.
Okay. This is the problem.
Years. It's like, can you not see that I have a grin? I'm smiling like a Cheshire cat. I'm not reposting pictures from Justin LA Boy on my story, so you know that I'm not in a toxic space. So, quite frankly, I don't want these message heads. It's just these guys that crawl back into your life when you're happily in a relationship. I feel like every girl has been through that moment where they're happy, they're settled, but they get these creepers that try and holler.
So what I have, so let's just be clear, just so you don't make the same mistake again. Jules is in a happy relationship. Thank you so much. Okay, that's out there. It's done. Me... I am not in a happy relationship. I am just not in one. But I still get the bullshit. We haven't spoken in years. I've uploaded a picture and then you're like, oh shit, yeah, it's Nikki. Let me just... Why do you think that from what you said 2 years ago is still going to be relevant in this 2021, hun? And
it's the
so
same.
mad.
It's like, if for whatever reason we haven't worked out, then in 2016... What makes you think that in 2021, all of a sudden, things are going to really pan out for us? You know what I mean?
And there's been nothing. Oh, you know, when you get the bubble in your throat, there's been nothing leading up to this. No. We've not spoken, and they just... I think it's genuine, a drop of crazy. There's something in there that's just off key, because how can we not have spoken for this period of time, and then you come back and say... Well, you're about to come through.
Do you know what? I was speaking to my friend about it the other day, and she just said that she felt like it's one of those things where they almost want to know that they can still have you, or that you're still affected by them in somewhat way. And it's just the vigour and the vim that they address you.
Oh my God. Remember I told you like a month ago, there was this guy that I was seeing, whatever, he decided to just vanish, right? And then he decided to come back because he saw me on a live stream. He thought, "Wow, she's looking good. Yeah. Let me fucking try it." So I saw it when I was off stage, and I was like, "What the
off
fuck?"
Stage. Talk about it. That's what life has become now. That Instagram is a stage.
Literally.
Yeah,
I came off the stream, standing as a side, and I saw the message. I said, "Is he fucking mad?" Like out loud. Because that's just me. I will say things out loud. And then I remember. And I got home and I thought, you've got some fucking cheek messaging me. What happened to you when you were supposed to be? Do you know what I mean? It's even that. That's a month. That was a small time scale. But people do it after years. You have to understand, it's not okay. There is something wrong with you. Manipulation, you suffer from it. What other things do people...
Gaslighting.
It's gaslighting.
It's gaslighting. Like, well, anyway, it's the way that I was approached. Obviously, like, if someone's going to come and have a conversation with you, and the conversation is just genuinely trying to find out about you and how you're doing, how your family are, X, Y, and Z, like, I've got no problem with that. I don't hold grudges, per se, especially when it's been a number of years, you know, a handful of years at that. I ain't gonna be, I'm not mean, I'm not that kind of person, do you know what I mean? I'll be like, hi, what's good, da 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 da. But it's then, it's then when it crosses over, and it's then just like, oh, well, if you're ever in my area, come on by, or, you know, or even just like, I was like talking about memories to do with a certain scenario, and which was, you know, positive, wasn't toxic, da 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 da, and they then want to go and say, oh, I thought you meant the other memories, and I'm like, no, absolutely not. So yeah, I don't understand the concept of not being in that space for a number of years and then trying to go back into that space. No,
it's
swift block for me.
An actual fucking illness. You're sick. You are sick. Because I just don't get it. You know that obviously we didn't end on good terms. Why you think you can come here and, you know, gaslight, manipulate, and just start just chatting shit?
Do you know what the problem is? The problem is that there's plenty of men and there's plenty of women that would still go somewhere, even if they were in a relationship. And I think that dipping the toes in the water to try and see what the outcome type thing is, that is just something, unfortunately, that people do in order to test and see where someone's at.
I hear it.
And that's just the be-all and end-all of it, but
just want to make
not
it
around
clear.
me, honey. Not around me. Because you know what's going to happen? You're going to get talked about on the Gin and Juice podcast. And that's on Mary Had a Little Lamb. No, I'm kidding. I'm not that evil.
Oh my god.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
it's
I would never name drop, but if you're watching it, you know it's fucking you.
You
like,
know it's you.
Do you know what I mean?
Sorry, you know it's
but
you.
I had to say to him, George, I said to him, there's no way you can disappear and think that you could come back here.
Well, good for you.
It's just not going to happen. Whether it was 2 weeks or a week, the inconsistency, I'm not dealing with it because my life, we're on a roll here.
Yeah.
And there's a bump. I'm not into it at all. So, you can fucking do one. And that was it. I said, have a nice life, you know?
This is the energy that we like. It's the energy that we need. Either that or just block. You know what you're doing. You know that I'm not here for it.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
But anyway, the feminists are going to love that one. I'm sorry. They're coming for me. People think I'm a feminist sometimes.
Do you know what? Talking about a feminist, like I am real big on being a feminist and, you know, enriching that into my soul. However, there are certain things that I don't agree with. So I don't know whether you saw the other day, Alex Scott, who's a sports presenter. There was a picture of her that got put up, I think, on Twitter, I think, and then got reposted onto Insta. Right. And it was just talking about the way that she looks and said that I want to see her on my TV box every single day. Da, 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 da. And then you had a load of women that were barking, saying stop sexualizing women, this is all that we get, da 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 da. And whilst I understand that is something that we go through on a day-to-day basis, and of course that needs to be roped in, however, when it comes to Anthony Joshua and Ruben Loftus-Cheek, have the same energy, because I'm just seeing a lot of like one-sided things where it's okay for us to be upset at Alex Scott being sexualized, but then the second that Anthony Joshua was looking all sweaty, getting ready for a fight, we want to be putting up on the thing saying, I want to make babies with him, I wouldn't mind him inside, like all of this stuff, like all of this inappropriate stuff.
Is it inappropriate, really?
Nikki, man.
I'm joking.
Get out of here.
No, but I hear it. I get it.
Here.
100%. You can't have the double standard, you know? And let's be absolutely real. If you're attracted to someone, some people vocalize it, and a lot of people vocalize a lot of things over the internet because it's a safe space for them. Because they feel, most of them will never get caught. You'll never see them outside. So a lot of people feel like they can say what they want to say. So them saying, oh, Alex Scott is so sexy, I want to drink her bath or all that kind of shit. They're gonna say that. She's obviously a beautiful woman. Is she? I haven't actually seen her. She is. She's a beautiful woman. She's talking about sports. I mean, that is an overload for a man that loves football, golf, or whatever the fuck they watch. She is just... It's like having your favourite sandwich.
Yeah.
They are going to go nuts. And I'm not being funny. She knows that. And also the people that have employed her know that. So there is no way that she's going to go there and say, guys, come on. Like, obviously, turn it down. Like,
100%. I think, you know, as women, it's been happening to us, you know, for how many years. And yes, there is an issue when it comes to that. But I just see as if we're wanting to tackle an issue in its entirety, then we also need to be tight-lipped when it comes to speaking on men in a sexual manner on social media and in the public view or whatever. It can't just be one-sided.
That's what group chats are for.
That's what group chats are for.
Go there.
But it's true though, because you just see like a whole lot of this when it comes to one way. I'm somebody, I always like to look at things two way, and I do know that women have had it the toughest when it comes to both sexes, when it comes to being sexualized, etc. However, with that being said, and knowing how we feel sometimes when we go through certain circumstances, we can't then put somebody else through the same.
No.
If we're trying to say
and
X, Y, and Z, you know?
I wouldn't. That's why I genuinely put things in a group chat, or I just keep it to myself, or I post on my private story where people know who I am and what I'm like. And it's a safe space for me to do so. That's where I'd say, guys, this man needs to, I don't know, you know, something terrible.
Do you know what it'd be like? It's an interesting topic, I think, for sure. Because it's one of those things where you can see like both sides of it.
And I just feel like the feminist women, what's that whole backstory about females? Oh, not calling women females. I don't know. So I feel like this all interlocks. I was.
Wait, so we're not allowed to, what?
Let's not do that.
We're not allowed to?
I don't know. We're not allowed to call women females?
Why not?
I don't know why, but when I was on Clubhouse, someone said all the females on stage or something, and then everyone was like, no, you can't say that. And I was like, what happened? Why? I obviously missed that part of life. I don't know. But people find people attractive.
And that's the bottom line. Whether you vocalise it or not, people find people attractive, and people find different ways of expressing that to another person. Again, some ways we know it's too extreme. You don't need to do that. And if I have to check you about it, then you definitely know what you're doing is just out of line. You know, you can say someone's beautiful, someone's handsome, etc., etc. You can do that. But people really do take it too far. I know that. But if you've put someone on a platform that's incredibly huge, who you know is beautiful, and she obviously loves her job, she loves sports or whatever, she's going to attract that type.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Let's be fucking real.
Yeah, there's no escaping it to a degree, is there?
No.
But like with Clubhouse, do you're on it, innit?
Not anymore.
You deleted it?
100%.
I was on Clubhouse for probably 24 hours. and then decided, goodbye.
It's mayhem.
I just thought it was like a breeding ground for toxicity. I could just see it within the first 24 to 48 hours of me being on it, that although it can have an amazing amount of potential, which has proven from people being paid to host rooms, etc. That Ashley girl, she gets paid. Oh. Yeah, she's been paid like thousands to host rooms and stuff. Yeah. And so I can see, you know, the way that it can be financially rewarding and beneficial.
Yeah.
And I can see, you know, how good it can be for learning new things, for networking, etc. But I also found a side of it that could just be really, really toxic. And it was only when I was hearing about the Shaka Bars thing.
What's that?
Oh my God.
Oh, tea?
No.
Oh, it's hot. All right, go on.
It was just, from what I heard, there was that room in particular that literally set up in flames. And there was just like,
Can anyone else hear that George is not actually saying anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to be, demure here.
Okay, all right.
And just say that, there was claims of bullying and...
From Shaka?
No, for people saying that the way that he behaved was like bullying.
So he is a bully, is that what people are saying? Okay, all right.
Yes.
Cool. I mean, yeah.
It was to do with the...
Right, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And what people's thoughts were, and basically trying to discredit a nurse that came into a room, which was just a bit,
Okay.
But anyway, like I just kind of knew, I kind of knew from the jump that it could have a potential to be really damaging. Why did you jump off?
I think you've just narrowed it all down. I'm not gonna lie. I jumped off because being on it was just it was really fun. Like during the Christmas period, like I rekindled some friendships with people that I haven't spoken to in a little while.
Like house party.
Yeah, it was nice. It was nice that way. But other than that, I met some absolute psychos.
Right.
For sure. I also realised what I didn't want from a conversation from people, you know? And it's all about status on there, weirdly enough.
Yeah.
And a lot of the people on there are just, like we said just a minute ago, objectifying themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was a weird place, but it was fun at the same time. And then one night I just said, you don't even need this. See ya. And then I deleted the app. That was it. I think I was on it for about just under a month. Yeah. Just under a month. And then it was gone.
These things have definitely come in and out in waves. You had your house party.
But I feel like Clubhouse is still going though, right?
I think so, yeah. I keep seeing like, oh, come join my room, this, and this. You know, I've had a few people recently that have been like, oh, no, you should jump back onto it. Like, it's been really good for, like, networking and stuff and blah, blah, blah. But for me, I feel like social media is negative enough as it is. Do we really want to... And as well, people staying on it for so many hours, for, like, 8 hours.
That's what it was like during the Christmas period, when it was booming. I feel like people were just in rooms and... Then there was rooms talking about... I remember when that Black Girl song... The song called Black Girls, right? Is it called Black Girls?
Who's that by?
By Any.
Okay.
That's it. But
yeah,
am I
Peng Black Girls.
That's it. I thought I was getting the title wrong. Yeah. Peng Black Girls, right? There was this episode on Clubhouse where someone was discussing her song and then all of a sudden it turned into Why is Georgia on the song? And then it just turned... And I just... Every time I
And then it turned into... Is Georgia even black?
I mean...
And then it was, can we... Wasn't there like a room basically saying Georgia's not black?
But then nobody has the same energy for people who are also mixed race, like Drake. He's the finest example that I have.
Oh my God, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Who else is mixed?
Barack Obama.
Barack? He doesn't rap though. He doesn't make music.
He doesn't. But I understand your point.
Yeah. Who else is mixed that makes music that says the N word? That's half black. Do you know? Like, why are we?
You've got people who aren't even black, like Tekashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
That raps saying the N word in every single line.
But this is what was happening in Clubhouse. Not that Georgia said it.
Yeah.
This is what was happening. They were just discussing that, and I just thought, aren't you?
Do you know what it is? Like, going back to that whole situation with the Georgia Smith thing, it's that song is about empowering black women of all different shades. Mm-hmm. So something that is empowering and a positive, how can we pick it apart and turn it into a negative? We can't do that. We're supposed to be standing with each other, holding each other's hands, doing more empowering stuff, sticking together, being each other's allies, being each other's supports. Yeah. So why during a moment in time when we're trying to celebrate,
I feel like,
are we nitpicking? I understand, one of them was, there was already, I can't remember her name off the top of my head, there was already a black girl that was featured on the original. Yeah. Because Annie made the track, then made a feature, and then this was like a remixed version. Right. So, it was a case of like, why didn't the original girl get kept on, and then Georgia
she was taken off?
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I understand the query into that. Mm-hmm. But the thing is songs get remixed all the time.
Yeah, mate. Like, nobody's saying nothing when everything else is happening. It's just like being in a classroom where everyone's just being annoying. You've got your teams of, your cliques of popular and unpopular people. When the shoe fits and when it feels right, that's when people want to start piping up. Fuck off. Because just fuck off. For example, Meghan Markle, everyone's saying support the Black Queen, but when it was Georgia, when it was so and so, these women that are half a race, white and black, when they are being attacked by social media, when they're going through something, none of you had the same energy that you have for Meghan. They have black in them, so they are a part of us who are black. The people that are fucking racist and white, they're defo laughing at us, thinking, like, what the fuck?
What? How have you got this going on?
How is this even a situation? Yeah. We're all white. I'm backing him regardless. Do you know what I mean? I can see if you had something to say if the mixed race people that was siding with racist white people, I could hear it. If that was the case, but nobody ain't saying nothing. Okay, so actually, you take the floor, hun.
No, go on. What was he gonna say?
I was just gonna, because the memory just popped back into my. Oh yeah, let's get in.
The memory popped in.
The memory popped in of the whole Rochelle situation when she did the documentary. Documentary about black women. That is different simply because they employed somebody else to do it and didn't tell her. That's disrespectful. Yeah. That's disrespect. I personally think they just wanted someone more aesthetically pleasing.
Shit, I'm moving around. Yeah, no, I get that. I think I think that whole situation could have been handled so differently. And you know what? There would have been a part of me as well if I knew that producers were producing a documentary about black women and how they are in the more high risk category of suffering death or loss through childbirth. There would have been a part of me that would have felt,
can't you cast someone else?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Because even though my risk is higher, is increased to a degree because I'm half black, there are women out there who can represent the situation even more. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, I can tell a story, but I'm not going to be able to tell the story better than somebody who is black, who is going to feel the wrath of this statistic at an even greater scale. So I think it's a hard one. You know, I'm sure Rochelle is, and she does come across as a really lovely woman. Do I think that she's made a bit of an error, a bit of a booby with this one? 100%. 100%, because I think it could have gone to somebody who, you know, was, you have to pick your words so carefully, because I don't want to say any, you know,
if you want to say what you want to say,
words, you know, but yeah, like I feel as though somebody could have told the story, you know,
a little bit better, let's just say that. Just round it off.
Yeah.
But again, oh, fucking hell, I don't know. Like, I feel like everything's
But it's still not to say that she's not worthy.
No,
because she's it's a hard one. It is a.
She was in private healthcare. I mean, these other women are just going down to your local fucking St. Thomas or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And dealing with nurses that are under extreme pressure.
I think it's different if it's coming from a POV of she suffered and then goes into if she'd done a documentary on having suffered miscarriages and the impact that it has on women and mental health and their partnership, I get. And then if she then went in on as a side note to talk about Black women and the statistics which lay there and how she is in the higher risk category, then I would have understood that a bit more. But I think, given what the narrative was. But that's fucking media for you.
That's showbiz.
That's media for you.
Yeah.
Welcome to showbiz. I'm talking about Meghan Markle.
I mean, who isn't?
Yeah, obviously that's dominated media's attention over the past week.
And when did it come out?
Piers Morgan has been...
On Monday?
Yeah, in the UK, but Sunday in the States. Piers Morgan's been sacked.
See you later.
See you later, alligator. So a comment that I will make, right, is that news reporters from way back when up until now, or up until Piers Morgan, they have been known to be very impartial when they are telling the news.
Yeah.
So the fact that Piers has come on and totally run riot with his opinions and his views, I just think, why has he not been taken off? I mean, clearly it's because of the views, like they're addicted. It's like crack cocaine, these views. But the damage that he has had onto, I can only presume, a multitude of people's mental health is paramount. And that's me only assuming. Don't take my word, but I'm only assuming. Because you have to be careful these days, you know?
All right, let me tell you something. So, again, like you said, it's simply because he is racking up views for people. But the issue with Piers is... Okay, let me... Imagine if this was a script that someone was writing for him, that he had to say. Because we can't see what's happening on those... I'm just saying, let's
those things,
pretend that was the case. Yeah. But if that was the case, on your social media platforms, you'd be a bit different, no? Or you would carry on playing the same game. Regardless of the situation... What am I saying? I'm saying that Piers is a dickhead. Moral of the story, that's what I'm saying. Piers is a dickhead. He has been trolling someone, so scrap everything I said before. Piers is a dickhead. He has been trolling someone for years. Yeah. She ghosted him. She no longer wanted to talk to him, regardless of whatever their relationship was, whether it was platonic, romantic, nobody knows.
Oh, he definitely fancied her. I mean, I say definitely assuming. But I feel Like, from the behavioural patterns that we have seen, it seems like somebody who didn't get their way with someone.
And men like that are really, they're out there and they're scary. They are scary because they have a piece of information about you, they're the type, fucking tell the world, hun, I don't even care, I did that shit. That's a fact.
I just don't know how he's managed to get away with it for so long. I mean, we do know because it's the ratings. We've obviously both seen the interview with Oprah, and at the end of the day, one thing that I will say to anybody that is trying to discredit Meghan Markle, how can you tell somebody how they're feeling?
Yeah.
How can you, like, if you said to me, George, I'm feeling like shit today, and I went, no you don't, and you were like, yeah, but I feel like shit. Yeah, but no you don't feel like shit. Yeah. Like, I can see you don't look like shit, so how can you feel like shit? No. Because if somebody is telling you that they feel a type of way, they feel victimized, they feel like they've experienced racism firsthand, they feel like their mental health has suffered and been impacted, who is anybody, especially a white man
called Piers Morgan? Yeah.
How can they tell you like, I'm sorry, but this isn't, as far as I'm aware, this isn't anybody's business to try and discredit what someone else has been through, especially more so if you are not of the same race. Especially more so, I feel. I feel that.
Can I just say, his name says everything. His name's fucking Piers. I'm sorry if there's another Piers out there, but...
Listen,
you know?
I adopted this view a very long time ago. When it came to arguments and stuff that I would have, like, if I ever had an argument with my friend, you know, because the thing is at the end of the day, things can, when you're in a friendship or a partnership and you have one opinion and I have another, at the end of the day, the most important thing that anybody can do is listen. So it took me, I'm 29 this year, it probably took me a good 27 years of living for me
Sorry. I didn't fucking know that. I thought she was like 24.
I think it probably took me about 27 years of my life to realise that at the end of the day, if you came to me and you said, Jordan, I was really offended by the way that you acted when or I was really saddened by, I was really like put off.
Yeah.
If you're telling me that is the way that you felt, who am I to argue at the way that you felt in that scenario? Because that is something that I have done has affected your feelings. So all I can do is apologise for you feeling that way.
Yeah. And
saying either, you know, teach me and help me
to understand
you better so that history doesn't repeat itself. Or I say, Nikki, I would never in my wildest dreams would want you to feel like that. And then tell you as to the reasons as to why I wouldn't, or outline as to what it is that I was implying during that moment of disagreement or whatever it may have been. But the most important and the key thing in that situation is to listen. Like, you have to listen.
Yeah.
And if that isn't there, then you're gonna be in these situations. And that is why there is so much outrage and so much anger, is because people are not listening. They're just thinking, of course not. Oh no, that would never. Oh, no,
sorry.
You're not fucking listening.
I've read briefly, like just over social media platforms, that the Queen addressed this situation. Whatever she addressed, it was pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And that's all I have to say on the matter. You damn right know. I have more to say clearly. You damn right know that whatever's been happening behind your closed doors, hun, let me just you're the Queen. You own the palace. You know what's happening behind your doors. Unless it's not you running the show. Like, Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I suppose what we can round up by saying is to be silent is to be complicit.
Exactly. In any situation.
Yeah. I just hope that the matter gets resolved with the same vim and vigour as Meghan's bullying investigation. And that the situation can...
Well, hopefully she can just live her life now happy with her 2 kids, her husband, and if she has dogs, her dogs.
All right. That's it.
It's nice to be back.
We'll be back for episode 2.
Yes. And we're going to have a guest.
Season 2. Okay, season 2.
Episode
2 of the Gin and Juice podcast. Yes. And we are going to be talking about TikTok.
Yeah, with Scully.
Yeah. And the wanting to go viral. Mm-hmm. Is it healthy? Mm-hmm. Is it good for musicians? Is it a curse? Mm-hmm. Is it the way forward?
I think so. But yeah.
I think so. But let's see what Scully thinks on the next episode.
All right. Peace out, loves.
Sweet.
Laid back.